Hello everyone and welcome back to the WFA off-season breakdown. This is Noah, ready for his workout this afternoon. But I wanted to get this intro started on the Jamaica Hummingbirds, a very, very interesting team. I don't exactly know where the Hummingbirds are going as of right now. We're going to look at their additions and departures, and you will see that there are a couple of positions where they don't really have anybody. And it's a little concerning because of some of the talent they have let go. So I think this is a team that could be headed for rebuild mode, but we'll have to see. We'll look at who they have, who they're getting, who I think they could be trying to get in the draft, and we'll see where the Hummingbirds end up. So let's get right into their roster right now.
So looking at the very, very top of the list, you'll see probably the most important person that is not going to be in Jamaica this offseason, and that's Harrison Miller. Harrison Miller was their starting quarterback for at least the last couple seasons, and he's done middling to well with the team. I wouldn't say that he was a record breaker or anything, but getting the team, he was almost at 70% completion rate, and he's had better seasons in the past. But they're moving on from him. They're moving on from Wesley Walker, who had 500 yards out of the slot this season. They're also moving on from LaQuendrez Friedman, who was mainly a reserve defensive end for them, behind Mike Ripley. They have lost Jimmy Knight and Hollywood Mason at corner. That's their two top corners. That's 6 interceptions between them. Not to mention Jamarcus Murray, who was also very, very good at corner. And they're also losing safety Bo Bacon, who they traded to Montreal. That's another 4 interceptions. They're missing a lot on their secondary, but we'll have to see how they're able to replace those with some of these people that they've picked up so far and some people that I think they could pick up later. So for the additions, there's a couple good people and a couple that I'm a little bit questioning. At wide receiver, replacing Wesley Walker, you have Deshaun Smith. They're hoping he or wide receiver Joe Green, who's still pretty young, hasn't really gotten a ton of playing time. One of those two guys will step up and be able to cover that load. At linebacker, they pick up Kingston Maxfield. He played for them a couple seasons ago. This is really because Ted Grady regressed from silver to bronze, so they bring in the gold linebacker. At cornerback, they bring in Parker Thomas. Parker Thomas was part of that Harrison Miller trade, so bringing him in was a great move because they did need to replace a couple of corners. They also bring in Joseph Aiken, who is a bronze, so they've replaced 2 silvers with a gold and a bronze, so we'll see how that goes. And then replacing Bo Bacon is Zachary Holdorf, coming over in free agency. He'll be competing in camp with current free safety Ethan Long to see who's going to be taking that job alongside Lavernius Boomstick at strong safety. So they have a couple of stopgap pieces, but there are still some places that they need someone, specifically the quarterback position. So let's see what I have for them to fulfill that. So they're going to have to draft a quarterback, unless they're going to go with someone in free agency that's currently sitting there and they're just biding their time. But here's what I think they're going to have to do. So Terrence Hudnall, obviously currently the best quarterback on most people's boards, but the problem is they're not drafting till 10, and that is an issue because Montreal has 3 picks before they do, and Montreal is also looking for a quarterback. So I think that Terrence Hudnall could be gone by the time they pick, so I have the number 2 quarterback that's currently on the board. That would be Cosmo Kratt out of Tucson. He's definitely not on the same level as Terrence Hudnall, but sitting at 10, they're not even going to be able to draft the gold, so getting a silver quarterback wouldn't be too bad. I think Cosmo could be at the silver level, so that could be a good pickup for them. On defense, they need a cornerback, so I think they could go Victor Moreno from Raleigh. He's one of the better ones right now. We'll see if they're able to get him later because they do have a good amount of picks. They have a first, second, 2 seconds actually, 4th and a 5th, so they have a good amount of picks. And then they need some offensive line help, and I think they could get that out of Jamar Lamar out of Thunder Bay. In this scenario, he's playing guard, but he is listed as a tackle. There's a bunch of different linemen that you could pick up, so I'm just picking one of them that I think hasn't gotten a lot of shine yet. So those are some of the targets I think they could go. They still have a lot of different pieces that they could go to, so we'll see how that goes. So that is it for Jamaica, and as you can see, for my day out. But yeah, that's Jamaica. I think this team could be really good depending on the quarterback that they're able to bring in. They still have a lot of gold talent. They still have Jim Harden ready to run the football. So it just really comes down to the quarterback they're able to get. And if they strike out in the draft, they do have Sigmund Scott, who was a bronze, and they do have some free agents that they're able to pick up if they so desire. So we'll see how that goes. Let me know what you think of the Jamaican off season, and who else you would like to see be covered in this series. Rise League will be starting up in a couple days, so there's still some time to jump into a couple teams. Yeah, let me know what you think. If you like this video, please like it. It really appreciate it, and it always makes me a little bit happier knowing that there are people supporting the league. So yeah, let me know who you want to see, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.